Howdy folks, this here's the old mountain man talking at you from the backside of this here lake in the hills of Arkansas. This video is going to be a thank you video to all my fire steel customers. One in particular I want to send a special shout out and thank you to, and that's Mr. Bruce. If it were not for that gentleman, I most likely would not still be on YouTube, and the rest of you that like to watch what I produce would just be sitting there waiting and wondering. Of course, you know, with my upload frequency or lack of frequency and uploading, then yeah, well, guess I'm just gonna have to start shooting more videos. Weather's a little better today. Believe it or not, we got, despite what you see back there on camera, it's partly cloudy with scattered chemtrails. Yeah, some people get a kick out of it when I joke about chemtrails, but those things are no joke. Anyway, Mr. Bruce had bought a camera and a laptop from me. It seems like there's some people out there that don't really like that. Why? Can't you make content of your own that's interesting and entertaining enough that other people want to send you stuff to see you stay on YouTube? Jealous much? Anyway, I don't e-beg. I ask for work. You know, Mr. Bruce, he's bought all kinds of fire steels off me. Bought me this little camera is what I had before. The Polaroid IEX829. By the way, this is my second take on this video. Oh, there was a problem with the audio. There was no audio. Now there is. But this camera went kaflooey. This computer went to shit. And Mr. Bruce had purchased and had drop shipped to me a HP ProBook 450G3. Expensive computer with Windows 7 Professional on it. And by the way, I do love Windows 7 Professional now. But take a look at this. Button cover gone, button cover gone, button cover gone. Nothing I can't deal with except, you know, this one down here was a little difficult because I had to use a little piece of tin foil right in there to make contact with those little metal contacts. Yeah, it was a piece of tin foil right there so I could press forward to do this, press back to do that, left and right to do other things. Yeah, support for that laptop ended in 2010, 2011. I shot most of my YouTube videos with this laptop, with the CyberLink webcam in this little outfit. Well, CyberLink webcam program, you can choose whatever you want from out there on the net. Minicam is a good one. Was thinking about getting that one. Anyway, there's my timer. It's down there in the bottom of the tray. Wondering where it was, you little bugger. He's hiding from me. 3 minutes and 44 seconds. Anyway, found my timer. Yeah. And that's how I know how long I bored y'all with all my boo crap. Anyway, I've seen video after video after video, here and there, scattered around, you know, don't be a sucker, don't be giving people stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Why? The Lord loves a cheerful giver. Well, that is for us Christians, anyway. Maybe even if there's an atheist out there that's been generous and kind to somebody and something good come along, they didn't even see it, didn't even notice it, or recognize it as being a blessing from God. You know, could be He'll work in your life a little more. Anyway, I'm going to get off the Christianized stuff because I know a lot of people out there just don't like that. And hell, an atheist money is just as good as a Christian's money, in my eyes. What I do with that fiat currency, I take it into Fort Smith and buy stuff that I need. You know, like food, camping supplies, The camping supplies, hell, everybody knows every day's a camping trip for me. I used to live in a camping trailer. For 9 freaking years I lived in that thing. Awful. Don't recommend it. Well, unless you're filthy rich and you got one of them big old giant mansions on wheels that cost you about $100 million to the gallon. Well, and I showed you the camera a while ago that I had. This is the one I got from Mr. Bruce. Cybershot Sony GPS HD Advanced AVC HD. That's what it is. You got the little, you got a Zeiss lens on it. Zeiss. Well, right up here is the word Zeiss, but it's not coming in too clear. There's several generations with this camera, much like the Glock 9mm, Glock firearms. There's first generation, second generation. The difference is the lenses. That's what I noticed the most prevalent change. And this is the most recent, as far as I know, with the Zeiss lens. 20.4 megapixels. And, oh my goodness. I showed this in the video here a little while back. And it was just days after that live video event where I showed this camera and talked about the computer that one of my quote-unquote friends here on YouTube shoots a freaking video talking shit about people that, telling people, oh, don't be giving things away to folks. You know what? You can take your fucking opinion, stick it in your ass, and go sit on it. Maybe you'll get a cheap thrill. This poor boy, for one, is very grateful for every Fire Steel customer, Mr. Bruce especially, because y'all have put food on my table, clothes on my back, shoes on my feet, paid my bills. I hear an eagle. Where is that eagle? I told Mr. Bruce I want to get some pictures of an eagle. Where is it? I hear him. It's a high-pitched chirping noise that those eagles make sometimes when they're, I don't know, in a good mood, or when they're mating or something, or flying around with another eagle. So you can hear them chirping. I don't know if the webcam mic, if the mic picked that up or not, but by golly, it was. Oh, goodness gracious. That's an eagle. And I noticed that whenever I was talking. Some people say you can't listen and talk at the same time. Why don't you go live out in the woods for about 10 years? You'll be able to listen and talk at the same time. Yeah, you'll be alright. It's all part of survival and getting your senses tuned to your environment. But anyway, this is all about thank yous and your welcomes and gifts and people hating on gift givers and shit like that. Well, you can take your little jealousy and your pride or whatever and go stuff it, because most days when somebody had given me a sum of money or a bag of groceries, I wouldn't have been able to eat. Now, it's true that there are e-beggars out there on YouTube somewhere. There's these assholes in the RV community that are e-beggars, and these other assholes that are e-beggars. Oh, please send me a donation. I'm not going to ask for a dollar, dime, nickel, or penny unless I can give you something in return. I'm not going to ask for it. Now, if a person chooses to give, that's fine and dandy. I love that. That's going to make my life so much easier. I wonder if those assholes that make those hating videos, I wonder if they consider that there are some people out there that honestly give it a damn hard go. You know, you got both ends. You can't seem to make ends meet, but you got them right there close together. Now, for a few months now, Mr. Bruce has been that bridge in that gap. The one that's bridged that gap between making ends meet for me. You know, food's a big thing. You know, whenever I gave up the pills and the booze, I developed this new habit. It's called eating. Yeah, and I like to eat a lot. And I like to eat so much, then I like the idea of eating so much just makes my mouth water. Yeah, I like eating so much that I like it so much I'll eat the same damn food 10 days in a row. Same thing, same dish. Usually chicken. But hey, I got food in my belly. Now, I ain't griping or complaining, I'm just telling you. Food is food. Unless it's genetically modified garbage full of pesticides and crap. Yeah. Well, at any rate, I've let this video go on long enough. It's right about a little over 11 minutes, almost 12. And, you know, the broke down stuff. I was wondering when this thing was going to give out. 3 days. I took the hard drive out. I took the battery out. I was going to get that hard drive reformatted for a different computer body. Maybe I could, you know, go to the computer graveyard over in Fort Smith and have them do some work with some hard drives and get some secondary backup computers or some dang thing. It's always good to have a backup. This little computer right here that I'm using now is a backup computer that was bought for me by she was Stephanie K. Now she's Stephanie P. Changing last names. And yeah, whenever we were together, we were going to get married and all, and she bought me this computer. Now, some people might say that some bad things regarding that relationship, but you just don't know until you know. Alright, so don't go assuming, because you got ASSU and then ME. That spells the word assume. ASS, assumptions make an ass out of you and me. Right? They'll make an ass out of me because you done assumed something. You thought, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe something else. No, ask a damn direct question. Then there won't be no assumptions. Heard something back there. Probably a rat in that old junk trailer back there. And then it makes an ass out of you whenever the truth is revealed. And then you just want to fucking grin and like a damn possum and blush and act a fool. Like, well, I didn't know. Well, don't assume in the first place. Ask a question. Mountain man, why this? Mountain man, why that? Or what's this for? What's that for? What'd you do that for? What do you need that for? There was a lady that asked me a question in one of them videos about herbal medicine. And she said, what would you rather have? Ashwagandha root or iodine? I said, iodine. It's essential for life. Ashwagandha is just a really good herb. She asked questions. She found out information from me. You know, ask a question. Don't assume. At any rate, folks, I've had a whole bunch of anger built up in me. I had to expend that before I started shooting this video, and I know a little bit of it showed through in regards to the idiots and assholes out there that want to belittle and badmouth those who give and those who receive. Well, blessed are ye who give. much more than those who receive. And blessed is the cheerful giver. So saith the Lord God Almighty. And those are not exact quotes from the Bible, but the basic subject matter is what counts. Now that all the thank yous and this other good business is all done with, I'll let y'all get on with your evening, because it is evening here in Arkansas. I say that. So I'll sign off. And I always try to do in my videos with be good to yourselves, be good to each other. And for God's sakes, when someone receives a gift, don't go hating on them or the one that give it. Yeah. If you don't like it, produce some content that makes you worthy of such a thing to another person in another person's eyes. We'll talk with y'all later and hopefully on a better subject. Y'all take care now.